Well, today is not about the pulled beef or the Lebanese coleslaw, although there is a link down below how to make that. This is all about the slider buns. And we're going to make some really nice slider buns, and I'm going to show you an excellent recipe. I have doubled the recipe, so if you want to make a little less than the ginormous amount of buns we're going to do, you just divide it by 2 and then you have the amount. First up, we're going to take some lukewarm water, 550 milliliter, and a little bit of honey, just half a spoon, something like that. This is 30 grams of dry yeast because we are going with 2.2 kilos. First, we want to mix this up so we can start proofing. And when that's nice and mixed, we set it aside, and then we'll talk a little bit about dry ingredients. As I said, 2.2 kilos, 5 pounds, a lot of flour. This is a flour we found by coincidence when we were shopping. This is called Super K. It has 17.2 grams of protein and a baking strength of 360 W. So I'm quite interested to try this because it's first time we are testing. But with that high protein content, it should be really excellent. Okay, once that's in, then we're going to add 50 grams of sea salt, or 2.5% of the flour weight. And then we're going to add also a bit of baker's enzyme, which is amylase, which is natural enzyme that occurs in flour. But if you beef up the enzyme level, you get better volume, better crust, and longer shelf life on your bread. So this is a good trick. If you can't find it in your supermarket, which is hard, Amazon, some other online shop, whatever, they carry it. So now what we need to do is wait a little bit for our yeast to proof. Looks like a cafe latte, that's what you're looking for. If it doesn't do that, throw it, take some other yeast, because then it's dead. I didn't mention before, I said this was 550 milliliters of water. That's a little more than 2 cups of water. And get all of it in there. And the foam. And then we're going to add the same amount of milk, full fat milk, 550, a little more than 2 cups, into our mixer. 4 whole eggs. It's very good bread, trust. And last but not least, 250 milliliter, 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And then we are going to start this up and let it go for probably somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 20, because then it gets too warm. But you will see when it tightens up, I'll show you. So let's get this started and let it knead. And there we are. This is super tight already. That was only 10 minutes, so that proves already to me that the dough is really, really strong. Now let's get it out of here. And oh my God, this
70%, baby. Look
this
at
is
it. Wow.
This is really difficult. That's a good sign.
It's resisting.
Yeah, and you see the ball is completely clean inside. This is really amazing. Of course, I made a big portion here, as I told you, because we are cooking for a party also. So now I just want to make it into a taut ball. We don't have to do any kneading or anything. It's just a question of getting it together and seam it up here in the bottom. Upside down, nice,
Pretty.
Yeah. It looks pretty and not sticky at all. The ball from the flour, we give it a little bit of oil, a little bit in our hands. We pat it a little bit on top so it doesn't dry up. Spread that out a little bit. And then we're gonna let it rest here until it's double in size, covered up, of course. That will take maybe, in this temperature, 30, 40 minutes. Basically, with this size of dough, it will lift up the, so we can see when it's ready. I'll show you what we do when we get to that point. As I said, it lifted off the lid.
Wow, that's a monster.
That's a big boy, but that's also the idea here. So now let it see if we can get it out on one of my boards here.
Wow.
Gee, that's big.
That 70% made magic there, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Now we want to see if we can cut this into, let's say, first we half it. Oh, this is strong dough, insanely strong. That I can attest to. It doesn't matter that we are deflating our dough right now, because we want to do that when we shape them, to shape them into little round balls, not too big. So we take one of these, stretch it out, push out the air, so we get it down to nice long roll, basically. Now, you could take your scales and scale this out, but with this much it takes forever, and honestly speaking, I don't care. But I want my slider buns to be relatively small. I don't want them huge. So we are going with something that feels like 60, 70 grams, something like that. Don't go for big pizza dough balls here, because, yeah, of course you can do that. Then you just get big slider buns.
Yeah, just get bigger sandwich.
Exactly. So just, it's insanely strong, this dough. These are gonna be super
Well, now
good.
we don't have to import anymore from Italy, because we found that here locally in Greece. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And very nice product, I have to say, already.
Of course, we have to taste it also at the end.
Yeah, but it's
But so far, so good.
a lot of the secret lies in the baking strength, and that's what you see here. Let me see if I can get space here for the
But
rest.
actually, it smells also good. The whole
Yeah.
studio smells of the dough right now. It's really nice.
Smells nice. So that gave me
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, almost 20 per loaf of this. So now it's the simple fold. We just fold it over itself, close it up like we always do, make a seam in the bottom, and then we use the surface tension here and we roll it up nicely. So we get a taut, round little bun. But since we're making slider buns, we are going to put them in our oven pot with paper here relatively close, so that they grow together. That's sort of the whole idea in
Yeah,
this.
they kind of have to unify there
You
while
could
baking.
exactly. You could use this recipe for burger buns. Then you just make them bigger and spread them out more in your baking pan.
Yeah, so they don't connect.
Exactly. So I'll continue shaping this, and then I'll show you when both pans are
Good
full.
luck with all this dough.
It will go. It will go okay. And this is about as close as you want them, so they grow nicely together while baking. There they are, 2 full pots, looking good. Now we are going to cover them with a couple of kitchen towels, so they can rise here till, again, double in size, and they grow together. And while they do that, I'm going to fire up my ovens at 180 degrees, so they are preheated. This will maybe take half an hour, 40 minutes to rise, so that's plenty of time for the ovens to get really well preheated. So see you in a bit. Let's have a look. They are looking fantastic.
Yes, they are.
Look,
That's beautiful.
exactly, and that's what you want for a pan of slider buns. Exactly that. We get these out of the way and get the other oven pot up here. Now it's a simple matter of an egg wash. Beat an egg, a bit of water.
To be shiny and beautiful.
Shiny and brown and nice. You don't need a lot, but just enough to give it a little bit of shine on top there.
By the way, if anybody knows why they're called slider buns.
Actually, if somebody,
Let us
I have
know.
no clue.
Me neither.
You can also call them dinner rolls.
Yeah, but I want to know the slider buns.
I think
it
it's
comes-
because a slider is a sandwich somehow in America. I'm not really sure why, but correct me out there.
Yeah.
That would be nice to know.
Enlighten us.
Now that's looking pretty. For a little bit of extra touch, we're going to give it some black sesame seeds. And with the black sesame seeds, they get so pretty. That's it. And then it's in the oven for probably 25 minutes, something like that. I'll stuff this one in here. And then we let them bake, and I'll show you how beautiful they will get, and I'll put this in the other oven. See you. And our first batch is ready and they're looking beautiful. So let me show you.
Oh la la.
If that is not a pretty batch
It
of
is.
dinner rolls, that is beautiful slider buns. Call them what you want, but they are perfect for pulled beef. So
They're perfect for anything.
see you at the taste test. Look at those beauties. I'm happy I have 2 ovens and I look forward to getting my deck ovens. So let me take one here on the corner and just look at that. That is a perfect slider. And then look here. Whoops.
It's spongy.
Exactly. And that's the strong flour. This is excellent. But I want to do this with a little bit of pulled beef and some Lebanese coleslaw.
Which, again, check links down below how to do both this.
This pulled beef is just amazing, you know. And then,
That was Black Angus, right?
yes, Rangers Valley, Australia. Nice. Let me load this one up. Just took a little bit out because... And then Lebanese coleslaw, which
is like 10 times better than the other coleslaw.
I believe so.
Me too, because it's much more fresh.
And there's no mayonnaise involved here.
No.
This is tahini.
Much better.
There you have it.
Wow, that looks
And that you see
good.
how a slider is nice. So I'm going in for it.
What's the verdict?
That is just damn perfect. I mean, the buns, they are so fluffy, like a brioche, but not sweet.
Oh yeah, that's...
These are fantastic dinner rolls. I mean, you really have to make them. And the pulled beef, and the Lebanese coleslaw. But together, this is a perfect slider sandwich. Perfect.